What's going on, guys? 40 Brothers here for another video. This video is more like a part 2 because we just did, if you haven't watched already, it's probably uploaded first. We just did fuel regulator, dampener, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. We just did that on E55 and we're just continuing to this video, and we are going to change the spark plugs now?
Yeah, so now we're going to be doing the spark plugs and the wires. And yeah, so
we'll here show them.
We'll just show you guys what's going on over here.
So you can tell we already got the engine apart.
Yeah, we already got the engine apart.
Top goodies.
Yeah, not really apart, just the intake. So what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be taking off obviously the wires. We have the special tool which I'll grab here and show you. This is for taking off the plugs, well, the wires, because you could damage them. Well, it just makes it a lot easier, but we're going to be putting new wires on anyway, so it's okay if they break. But we have this to help us get the. Well,
you got to show them why this is a special tool, because if you guys do this with a regular tool,
it's just the way it works. You know, this slides right there on the plug, and you know you just
pull it out. Yeah. Now, if you try to use a regular socket, whatever tool, you can actually damage those plugs. So highly recommend. The wires, yeah. So highly recommend getting this tool. I don't know how much was this. We got this on what, FCP Euro?
We got this from FCP Euro. I forget how much it was. It says for V6 engines, but that works for all of them.
Yeah.
But anyways,
a couple extra cylinders.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do first is I'm gonna get the compressed air or air compressor, and I'm gonna try to blow out as best as I can around all these plugs, just in case there's any like loose dirt or anything down there. That way, when we take the plugs out, there's no chance of dirt going inside the engine. And then yeah, I think we're gonna start off by taking off all these all the wires. Yeah, the wires first, and I'll disconnect the coil packs, and then we'll disconnect these up here, and then disconnect or unscrew the coil packs and just take those off. The way we can clean them up and freshen it up a little bit, Nick. Yeah, just freshen up a little bit.
Now, we really don't know when the last time these were changed. Yeah. We had a mechanic. Yeah, I think we told him to look at him. I think he only pulled out one, which one was easier to do. So, and he said it was okay.
And that was a while ago.
And that was like
when we first got the car. I had like
12,000 miles, 13,000. No,
it was about
10,000 miles.
10,000 miles ago. And we don't know. We asked the dealer to check the VMI, and they couldn't find anything. There was no recent records of them being replaced. And so we're gonna go ahead and just replace them, just to be on the safe side, because
yeah, because our
never done last. They could be.
I think on our I think our record show the last time this was at a dealer before we bought it was like 375,000 miles. So it was probably done, but we're not sure. We're gonna change them anyway. Might as well.
Yeah, well, you know, just to be safe, and we're gonna go ahead and change those. Now that we got the whole intake off, it's to be a lot easier. So we're gonna go ahead and dive into this. Hopefully we don't screw anything up. We do, it's your fault, Nick.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. All right, so to take off these coil packs, you're gonna need a T30 bit. So I have mine ready to go right here. And then one thing you wanna keep in mind whenever you're doing this job is that each coil pack has 2 wires going to, because this is a twin plug per cylinder setup. And basically what's going on here is the first one, which is gonna be the top one on the coil pack, is always gonna be the front, like the first plug. So like in this scenario here, this top wire is gonna go to the very first plug here.
The bottom wire goes to the second.
The bottom wire is gonna go to the second one. And then same thing, when you move back to the next coil pack, the top one is gonna be the next one in line, like the closest to the front of the car. And the second one is gonna be the next one, which is gonna be, you know, towards the back of the car. So it's like, it's gonna be the same thing all the way across for all of them on both sides.
Pretty, not bad.
Yeah, it's not really that hard. So we're gonna go ahead now and take these wires off. We'll see how this tool works, if it does its job.
If you guys want a really good how-to video on how to do this, check out AMG Meister's YouTube channel. He has a really good video on explaining all this. We're kind of like, it's like fun and games over here with the 40 Brothers.
It's more like fun and games over here.
I mean, you
might learn something, you might not, but yeah.
It's probably for entertainment purposes, so you guys can make fun of us in the comments.
Yes, if you're looking for something to watch, you know, your morning, you got nothing to do.
While you're
watch our videos over here.
Taking a dump in the morning.
All right, so just so I get some more room down there to work, I'm gonna go ahead and take the coil pack off to be on the safe side. So basically,
we're gonna do these one at a time.
All you do is you just pull up on these, the little wire harness, and it, you know, comes off really easy. And I'm gonna work one at a time instead of doing them all at once, just because I feel like, you know, we've never done this job before. We wanna make sure it's not too hard to do. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do it like that. And then I'm gonna get the T30 in there and take this whole coil pack off. So if you want, you can leave the camera rolling, Nick, while I get this off. And then we'll go from there. And again, this wasn't on very tight because you know, it's all aluminum. And it will strip very easy, so be careful when you guys are
missed the good old days when everything was cast iron and good stuff, you know.
Everything's aluminum now for lightweight. Lightweight.
Weight reduction, bro.
Weight reduction, bro. All right, let's see here. We're working with. How long is the screw? How long is the screw? Down. All right, there we go. So I'm gonna put that off to the side. Grab the screw here. That way we're not, you know, gonna risk losing it somewhere down the bottom of the engine, which I almost just did. So I'll put that off to the side. Right there. I'm gonna go ahead and get this tool here and try to get this other plug wire out. Let's see here. Nice.
You seen her? Nice. Trying to give you some room and still show.
Nice if I had some light down there. Let's see. There we go. Alright. So there is the first set. So just to explain it again, in case maybe I didn't do a good job last time. So how this first coil pack sits, is obviously it sits like that. This wire on the bottom, the inside one,
goes to the second plug.
That's going to be the second plug, and then the top one is going to be the one in front of it, the first plug, and that's going to be the same for all of them. So here we go, coil packs are out. I mean, I don't know how to tell by looking at them if they're good or not, but apparently they are good. So we're going to go ahead and swap these wires out, the new ones, and then get these plugs out, and should be in some good shape over here, Nick.
Yeah, let's go ahead and take out the plugs right now. Yeah.
All right, so I just want to show you guys real quick. We're cleaning these up a little bit. Not doing a heavy clean, just clean them up a little bit. That way they look a little bit better. That way there's no grease or anything on there. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this off to the side. Don't lose the screw that goes in there that holds it on. And then we're gonna go ahead and get the socket ready to get these spark plugs out.
We got a little mess going on over here.
Yeah, we got a mess over here going on.
Keep the fire extinguisher there just in case. Because we're working on the gas leak thing.
Yeah, if you don't watch our last video, go watch it.
It probably has like 200 views by now.
200? Yeah, right. You're lucky to get 200 views. Loosey goosey, loosey goosey. All right, let me see if I can get it in there. Let me see.
Let's go. Let me go this side. You don't have a lot of room to work with. Look, you see how down in there the spark plugs are.
No, not really.
Is it a lot easier on the M273 engine, like R550?
Yeah.
Or are they pretty tight?
Yeah, there's only 8 on those engines, but the thing is, those ones, the plugs are they're like, see how these are like right here? Like you can basically, not really
Aren't they like more up here?
They're like up higher, and they're like way down inside. Like
you get that like an extender tool to get them.
Yeah, so let me see if I can get this first plug out with no problems. Hopefully it'll give us no issues. Oh my, there's no way it's that tight.
All right, so Matt, those spark plugs are, that first one we took off, it was extremely tight.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to be that tight.
I mean, it was real. I mean, it had to put some force in it, so he's unscrewing it right now.
Yeah, trying to get
it's kind of hard to tell whenever we're doing this because you get your hands down there. It's hard to put the camera in there too. But
what do you guys think about the blue gloves with like the gray shirt?
Good look. You like that blue man group?
It's a good look. Let's see how we're looking.
Holy hell!
Oh, those are disgusting. Holy cow! Look how bad that is. Oh my god! You guys can see that?
Those are bad.
These are disgusting. It's like literally clumped up on there. Is it focusing in?
Those are the worst spark plugs I've ever seen in my life.
Can you see that? Is it focusing in real good?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Look at the top. Wait, look. Here, come over here in the light so you can get a better idea. This is disgusting. Oh my.
Let's see.
Can you guys? Is it better in the light over here?
Wow, those are bad. Well, at least this one's bad.
I mean, it's straight black on top. Look at that. Wow. And I don't know if the camera's picking up or not, but there's literally like little crusty stuff on there, like little chunks. That is really bad. Wow. Wasn't expecting it to be that bad. So clearly these plugs have not been replaced in a very, very long time. So we might actually pick up some better engine performance, Nick.
That's probably why we lost 28 horsepower.
Yeah. So if you guys remember that dyno video of this car had extremely dirty air filters.
Like really bad. We have a video on that. Go check that out.
And these plugs, since that video was made, we put about
10,000 miles on it since then.
10,000 miles, yeah, because Alex had it. It was like probably around
401,
402. We're at 412. So obviously the plugs didn't get this bad in 10,000 miles, but
I hope not.
Yeah, that's, oh my, can you see that again? Look
it's like really hard to focus. Is it freaking camera?
Can you see that in there?
$800 if you're done.
You know what we'll do? We'll take a picture. I'll take a picture on our phone. Now I'll post it up on.
All right, let's do that right now.
So you guys can see that. But this is pretty bad. So we're gonna get some. Probably gonna make some performance gains here, Nick.
Probably.
Yeah.
All right, Matt, show me a little something we saw in this spark plug.
Right. I just want to show you guys something. So a lot of people, are talking about like, dealer maintenance and, should you get it done? Should you do it yourself? Should you cheap out on parts? What to do? If you look at these plugs here, these are NGK, which are more expensive than the Bosch plugs.
Well, this camera does not like the focus.
A lot of people say, oh, I'm not gonna put NGK in the car. I'm putting Bosch in there because Bosch is a German brand. But if you turn it over here, there's a Mercedes logo on that. So that means Mercedes-Benz uses NGK plugs. Well, at least for this car, they do. So that is exactly why we're sticking with the NGK, and we decided not to go with Bosch. So, yeah, NGK for the win here, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna go ahead and swap these out here.
That's definitely a nice indicator when you see, Mercedes Genuine parts.
It's like you can tell the previous owner of this car really loved this car because he took, well, I'm assuming it's a guy or whoever it was, to, really good care of it. It was all dealer maintained.
Plus we had what, Mercedes wiper blades?
Mercedes-Benz wiper blades.
And Mercedes-Benz batteries.
Yeah, everything in here is like brand. There's like, if you look around, there's nothing like off brand. It's all what, should be on the car. All the hoses say AMG on. If fuel rail says it has Mercedes logos. Everything is AMG. Mercedes.
Yeah, all the everything except for when we started taking over is Mercedes.
Yeah, well, we're still using.
We use a lot of stuff that's on SCP, or that's what we've been using, you know, just because of that lifetime warranty. But
yeah, which is, you know, it's still
like these are EGK, but they don't say Mercedes on them.
Mercedes logo on, but they're EGK. It's the same thing. So you know, just doesn't have the Mercedes logo on it. But anyway, so here's the new plug. I'm expecting this to make a huge difference in performance.
Hopefully it'll start.
How disgusting those were. So we're gonna go ahead in here and I gotta find this piece. Oh, I'm gonna put this first plug back in. I'm pretty excited because you know we were wondering if the plugs really needed done on this because we didn't check them before we bought them, and I was hoping they would be bad.
That way, you gotta spend a lot of money.
That way we didn't waste our money on plugs for nothing. And then we'll get this, make sure it's torqued properly. I wrote down the torque specs over there. I think it's
18.5 pounds of torque to spark plugs.
18.5 pounds.
25 newton meters, right?
25 newton meters. Yep. I'm gonna go ahead and tighten it up by hand first.
All right, so Matt got the first plug in. This socket we had, the first one we used was all stripped, so the socket kept on getting stuck on the spark plug. So we got a new one of these. We had to go dig around in the workshop, and we got the first plug on, torqued it to 18.5 pounds, and now he's trying to work on a second one, but there's not a lot of room to work in here.
You can't really see at all what you're doing. So I'm just trying to make sure I get this in the right place. Okay, there we go, beautiful.
So we're gonna go ahead and work on this, and then we'll catch back up with you guys in a little bit. All right, so there's the second plug right here we pulled out. As you can see, it's kind of hard. Camera's not really focusing, but boy, this is bad. There's a lot of kind of crusties on top.
So you might be able to get an idea.
Right there, man, those are nasty.
Yeah, you can get an idea. It's really, it's pretty bad. So
it's a good thing we're changing these.
Yeah, we'll take pictures of these so you guys can get a better idea of what they look like on the screen, because our phone could pick it up better than the camera. But they're pretty. I mean, there's a lot of like crusty. It looks like oil, maybe oil on there.
It's like all wet in the bottom too.
Yeah, the bottom's like all like white. I don't know what's going on down there. It's pretty nasty, but we're gonna get these changed and yeah.
Yeah, that's about it.
All right, so I thought maybe I could do this one at a time without taking them all off, all the coil packs, but apparently you can't because there's not really enough room. So we're just gonna go ahead and take them all off. So there's the next set. I'm gonna make sure I mark these down where we take them off from. That way they're in the same order. We're not screwing anything up. I don't think it matters, but in case it does, we just want to be safe. So yeah, now I'm plenty of room in there to get that spark plug.
And one thing I noticed too, so we're changing the wires, and I got the wires here. So these are the old wires, and I looked at these, and we have already got the two up there, so that's why there's two missing. We noticed you got two long ones, then you got two like semi-long, and then all these are like the same size. So I noticed on the very first one, the longest one matched up with the semi-long one, so you took one, and then these short ones match up with those. So you guys just need to take them apart and make sure you match them up.
I'm not exactly sure why one is a lot longer than the rest.
Well, I guess we'll find out.
We'll find out and we'll let you know. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and work on these plugs now and get this out of the way. All right, guys. So the heater is on in the garage now, unfortunately, so you might not be able to hear me as well. But anyways, I just want to show you guys. We have all the plugs changed now. We're gonna go ahead and put the coils back on. A couple of these were like they're pretty tight in there. Like they're almost like as if they were rusty. Like they had like a lot of resistance. They're kind of hard to get out. But we got all the plugs out. They're all in, the new ones, and they're all torqued. So we're gonna go ahead and put the coil packs on. And just to show you guys right here.
What we did.
You wanna do the back first or front?
That's the back right there, yeah.
Yeah. So we cleaned them up just a little bit. Well, yeah, just a little bit. And we got the new wires on. So we're gonna go ahead and put these back on and plug them in, and then we'll go from there. What do you think, Nick, huh? Doing good work, you think?
Pretty good. How long did it take us? About an hour to do this side?
That was like an hour, yeah.
No wonder why they charged a lot at the dealer.
Yeah, so now I know why they charge so much to change the wires, the plugs and wires, because it's a long process. You got 16 plugs here, so double what a regular car has. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put these back on. Hopefully I can see what I'm doing down here. It's kind of hard to see. All right, so we have all the coil packs back on. Not exactly sure why, but we tried to match these up the length with the ones that were on there before. And for some reason, this one right here was a lot longer than the rest of them. And that's how the old one was too. Not exactly sure why, but we're leaving the long one there. But this front one here looks like it might be a little bit too tight. I don't know if it's pulling on this or not.
We're gonna double check with the video.
We're gonna double check. If it's too tight, we might swap it out for that longer one. I don't think it really matters, but we just want to play it safe. And then obviously these 4 screws we put back in made them snug. I'm not sure if there's a specific torque that has to be set to. We'll find out. If there is, we'll put it on the screen. If not, just make them snug. And then we're done with this side. So now we.
Oh, that take us what, about an hour and a half?
Yeah, because we took our time with this. Our first time doing it, and we don't want to rush it or anything. But yeah, like an hour and a half. But
The other side should probably be a little bit easier.
Complicated, but yeah, we're gonna go
time consuming.
Side and hopefully that side won't take quite as long, but who knows? It'll probably take double.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so we started out on the second side over here. I took all the coil packs off, and now we're starting to change the plugs.
Just the same process as the other side.
Yeah, it's the same process on the other side.
I think, is there less room on this side, maybe?
I don't know, maybe a little bit. One thing we have to tell you guys is that we had the valve cover gaskets were leaking, so some of those had a lot of oil like around like the white part.
We'll throw some pictures up.
We'll throw some pictures, which I think is because they were leaking the valve cover gaskets, so the oil was kind of just like resting on these.
I think if I remember correctly, this side was the one that had the really bad valve cover gasket, which obviously this side had the major oil over what, 3 of the spark plugs were really bad with oil?
One was like nasty.
I think it was on this pack right here, one of the two on there. We'll post a picture. That one was soaked with oil, but it didn't look like it was. I mean, it was there, but I don't know. These were already replaced like 5,000 miles ago, and this side was bad. This side wasn't too bad, so I don't think we'll see the same kind of oil.
Valve cover gaskets were replaced.
Yeah, valve cover gaskets.
Plugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but both sides were done, but
this side was the worst. I don't think we're gonna see a lot of oil on this side. I don't know. I mean, both sides were replaced. They were bad, but this side was really bad.
That was the noticeable side. Yeah. So these plugs might not be as bad, but like I just showed you, that one, the first one we took off, they definitely weren't good, but not as bad as that side. So we're gonna see that. All right, so we got all the new plugs installed. Now we're going to be putting the coil packs back on. And like last time, kind of hard to see what the heck we're doing in here. So I'm just gonna feel for it and get these new coil packs back on. Some wires. Yeah, but as you can tell, it's kind of hard. I'm about to get that little mirror down in there and see.
Handy dandy mirror.
Handy dandy mirror.
All right, guys, as you can see, we got both sides done. Over here, Matt just installed these all the coils, the new wires. They look pretty good. You can see, get better light over here. You can see right there, all nice. And right now he is cleaning the intakes. Well, I already cleaned the one side. He's just touching up on a little bit right there.
Yeah. The filters in these are new. We changed these when we got the car.
So they only got
probably about 10,000 miles worth of miles on them, so they're still.
And you can like look inside right here. You can see they're not that bad. I mean, they were bad before, but not that bad right now.
They're okay now. So yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and put this intake back on. I need to grab that little towel.
Let's put this up here.
Back here. Make sure we're looking good over here.
These engines look weird without the intakes on.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's like it's missing something, because it is. Don't forget to hook this hose back up. It's down in the back.
This right here, this hose.
It could be easy to forget that. And then obviously these two little clips here. Be careful you don't snap them off when you're putting it back on the throttle body over here. You gotta be real careful with it. Then I'm gonna set that there for now. Then I'm gonna come over here and hook this hose back up.
These are the clips that Matt are talking about right there. They're like, yeah, you can see them.
They're just plastic, so you gotta be careful with them.
All right, I just helped Matt get the clips on. You can see there's one right here and there's one on the back side, and it was stuck on the inside of the throttle body. So we had two people, you know.
Before I snap it in, I'm gonna make sure this is
two sets of hands to get those in.
All lined up over here. Make sure these are. Make sure this is lined up.
All right, now we got to put these the tubes back on for the intake. I'm pretty sure that they're like specific each side, so you gotta make sure.
Yeah, they're a little bit. I think they're a little bit different. That side's on. This side over here, I don't know why. I feel like it's since we bought the car, but
let me go over here.
It doesn't really snap in all the way. It's like almost as if it shrunk. I don't know why. It looks like maybe part of it melted off or broke or something, but it doesn't actually like. I mean, it lines up with this pretty nicely, but it doesn't actually like snap in like real snug like the other side. Let me see if I can get this a little bit better. Like you can see, there's like more play in that side.
You gotta finesse it a little bit.
You gotta finesse it a little bit, but even so, it's still not gonna be 100%. Yeah. Yeah, that's on. That's all. That's about
the best part is this. A lot of people don't run their M113Ks with that. I think it really adds to the motor.
I think what happens is I think whenever you do, well, I don't know.
People want to show off their like pulley or something, or clutchless and systems and
their new smaller pulleys or whatever.
I personally, I think it tops off. Look at that. Now that's a good looking engine bay. Very symmetrical engine. The only thing not symmetrical about it is this, but you know, hey, can't be picky.
It's clean though, but you know what? The only thing is, now we get this all put together, is it gonna start?
Yeah, we'll find out.
Who the hell knows? We're gonna find out though. All right, so as you can tell, we just pulled the car in the garage. It did start.
No check engine light?
No lights are not the same. We did the wires right, I guess.
Yeah,
the plugs.
And the check engine light was actually on now since April because our secondary air injection pump is bad, and we haven't fixed it yet. So the check engine light's been steady bobbing on the dash for a while, and it actually went off. So I don't know.
Yeah, we didn't clear it or nothing. It just went off by itself, which is kind of weird. I'm sure it will come back on, but I know why it went off. Maybe I disconnected the battery.
Maybe we haven't driven the car yet. All we did was back it out, start it up, let it run. Now
we wanted to check it first for visible gas leaks, because if you watch our previous video, we changed that fuel pressure damper adjuster regulator. Yeah.
And you saw in that video that it was after like running for like literally 2 minutes, not even 2 minutes, really like a minute. It was leaking out gas like crazy.
That was the video before, I think.
I think it was the video before.
We talked about it, yeah. But in our previous video, we showed you guys how to change that part. This video obviously was the spark plugs. But yeah, like Nick mentioned, we started the car. We pushed it out of the garage. We were afraid that it might blow the whole house.
Yeah, because we have a heated garage and it's got a pilot light. We didn't want to take any chances.
Yeah, so we pushed it out, started it, and luckily it didn't go up in flames. It's still here. The car sounded really smooth. It actually sounded a little bit quieter.
Yeah, I forgot to get the camera in time, and Matt had already started the car. And the startup, now mind you, this car's been sitting here for over a week. In the garage, we haven't started. It's been over a week. That was the first time we started, and the car was running really quiet. So I don't know.
It felt smoother too. I was in the car. It felt like it started smoother.
Idle smoother.
Yeah, it felt like it was idling smoother. So maybe that's a testament to the new plugs.
I don't know.
We're not sure yet. We didn't take the car for a drive yet, because we're gonna do some more testing and make sure we can don't see any visible gas leaks, because if this car is still leaking gas, we want to
check one of those other parts.
Check one of the other places. But I looked at it. Didn't see any visible gas leaks yet, and there's no smell, because like we mentioned in one of our other videos, when we had the fuel problem.
As soon as you prime the car.
As soon as you put the car in, or ignition in number 2 before you start it, when it starts to pressurize the fuel rail, you'll smell it. You'll smell the gas right away. So far, don't smell anything. We let the car run. We did everything. Don't smell anything yet, so that might have fixed our gas smell problem. Hopefully it did.
Maybe
we'll give you guys another update. Maybe.
And hopefully the spark plugs from this video help the car run a lot better. Because as you guys saw already in this video, those spark plugs were bad. So
yeah, they're pretty nasty. And one thing I want to throw in there for people who have a E55 or any other Mercedes in general. One problem, it has nothing to do with this video, but one problem we have with this car, it seems like sometimes the car doesn't know what gear to be in. Like we'll be cruising and like we'll be going like 25, 30, and the RPMs will be at like 900 or 1,000, and then like it'll start making that humming noise until you give it a little gas to downshift it. And I'm not exactly sure why it did that. Maybe
might be a flex disc.
Maybe yes. Some people said maybe that flex disc on the drive shafts are going bad. We don't know, but if anybody had a similar problem, just let us know in the comments. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, so we're gonna close out this video. We'll probably do another video on an update on whether if not that's fixed it or not. So keep an eye out for that.
Probably in a week or so.
Yeah, we'll probably do a video in a week or so. Let you guys know. We'll put some miles in the car, see if that fixed it. But until then, that's pretty much it. Hopefully these last 2 videos were helpful for anybody with M113Ks.
Or just anybody with
M113, I think.
Yeah.
But either way, check us out on Instagram at 40 Brothers. That's all Mercedes content on that page. It's all the good stuff.
Trust me, I know.
We respond back to every single message on our Instagram. So if you guys got a question, please DM us and we'll respond within minutes usually.
We'll try to help you out as best we can. But like I said before we started this project, we don't know a whole lot about like the mechanics and how I like to do like all the repairs and stuff.
But we're learning.
We're learning, and obviously it looks like we just did plugs and wires successfully, so we can cross that off.
So that's pretty much it. So like this video, subscribe, share, do whatever you want, watch it multiple times, help us out, and
go eat dinner now.
We're gonna go eat dinner. We'll see you guys in the next video.